not getting ID. My supervisor coming right now. You're not getting my ID because I didn't commit a crime.
You're right, but they have reason.
All right, hold on. One second.
So they stopped you for that reason.
All right, what problem?
ID. Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I want this on video. What are you doing to my... Duh. Son, it's okay?
If I tell you to do something, you better be doing it. Does that make sense?
We all know police have a tough job, but that doesn't give them the right to abuse their authority. Too often they cross the line, turning routine encounters into power trips. But what they don't expect is when the person they're targeting knows their rights and refuses to stay silent. So let's get started because things get really interesting when cops lose control and pick the wrong target.
Committed a crime. That's what I'm saying.
So now,
so under no circumstances, I'm not giving you my ID.
At this point right here, right?
I can go to my truck and get my.
This man was a free journalist who decided to exercise his civil rights when he saw police cars parked on the street. You don't have to be an expert in law to know that this falls under his First Amendment rights. But police officers often dislike people who know their rights because it's harder to control them. And once they set their sights on a man who had done nothing wrong, things quickly took a turn.
Work with the city of Newark, man. Kick rocks, keep it pushing. I don't know why you're stopping me. I'm working right now. I'm work for the city of Newark. You keep it pushing, you're wasting your time.
You ID on you?
Yeah, I got my ID on.
Where you work for?
Work with the city of Newark.
City of Newark.
Yeah, what you mean what it mean? I'm under the official duties working. You stopping me, you don't have reasonable suspicion of a crime. Make sure you put your body cameras on. Alright, making sure. Y'all sitting here wasting my time, man. Make sure y'all got your body cameras on.
They're all on.
Yeah, you don't have no reasonable suspicion of a crime to stop me. And I just told you I was working.
Where you working at? Where you working at? I mean, you're not tired of this. You say you work for the city of Newark. I mean.
And my ID in the truck. You can't stop me just for having this stuff on, man. Seriously.
Absolutely not.
I'm telling you, man, y'all playing with the wrong one. Huh?
Instead of asking a basic question or trying to understand what he was doing, they instantly treated him like a criminal. And just like that, they stopped him from doing his job, all because he looked out of place to them. They surrounded him like he was some kind of threat, but this was just the opening move.
Who the supervisor? Yeah, whatever. Come on, don't tell me. Come on, don't talk to me, bro. You don't know who I am. Don't even lie to me. Santiago, don't lie to me, man. I saw one of you come past me already. I ain't got my ID on me. It's in the truck. It's in my garbage truck.
You live around here? You live here?
I just got done picking the garbage up. That's what I'm saying.
That's what you do? You work for the city?
Yeah, work deep sanitation. That's what I'm saying. Huh? Now I'm looking for something. That's why y'all stopped me from doing what I got to do. I'm looking for something. I'm looking for my guardian angel. Like, man, I had dropped it out here. That's what I was looking for. My garbage truck up the hill, though. Nah, it's a guardian angel. You know the guardian angel for the light. Yeah, I had it right here. It's my came out, but y'all stopped me like I'm a f***ing terrorist, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't appreciate that, man. You know, all the Newark police.
He made it clear one more time that he was working. He knew his rights, and he wasn't about to be bullied into giving up his freedom without cause. Under the Fourth Amendment, cops cannot detain someone without reasonable suspicion. But that didn't stop them from trying. They got defensive, disrespectful, and loud. When power isn't backed by reason, intimidation becomes the weapon.
Like I'm working right now. Because I know my rights too, and then like I'm telling you, like you don't have a reasonable suspicion of a crime.
I'm telling you.
Now what are you stopping me for? If you're not stopping me for nothing, I'm about to keep it pushing. All right. Now you're being recorded right now. Let's go. Am I free to leave? Yes or no, sir? Mr. Cardiel, what's your badge number? All right, what's your reason for stopping me, sir? All right, no, don't talk to me that way. You disrespecting me. Don't tell me to be quiet.
Because we stopped you, now we have to do a FI. We have to do a stop report. We need something on paper.
All right. You're not getting an identification because I haven't committed a crime, number one. Number two, and you are being recorded. I'm glad you guys got your body cameras on. I already identified myself by telling you that I work for the sanitation.
What's your name?
I'm not required by state law.
This is where the disconnect becomes painfully obvious. When someone calmly cites their rights under both state statute and the US Constitution, it should be the end of the discussion, not the beginning of a standoff. He explained his job, his purpose, even offered to call his supervisor, and still, they held him there like it was a crime to be informed. But officers like these don't de-escalate when the law is against them.
Or New Jersey statute or United States Constitution to give you my name. I already told you that I work for the city, and I already told you I work for sanitation. That's enough. You can't stop me just for wearing this stuff. You feel me? For just for wearing all black with a helmet on.
Yeah, that's not
I told you what I was doing, so that's it. No, I told you what I was doing. I'm looking for something. You still wasting my time.
You say you're looking for something. Your truck is over here. You're working, but
you know what? I'm about to squash all this. Yeah, let me call my supervisor, and you can call your supervisor.
Because you about to escalate and we're not about to do this.
Escalate what? You're being recorded. You're being recorded.
We're trying to send you on your way.
Yeah, I already asked to go. I already asked to be sent on my way, and you sitting here telling me that I'm being detained. You put me through an unlawful detention. I don't care about none of that stuff you're talking about. Yeah, you saying I'm about to escalate. Ain't nobody escalating nothing, man.
The longer he sat there, the clearer it became that this wasn't about law. It was about control. Not a single officer could say what crime he was suspected of, yet they kept pressing, hoping he'd slip up or give them something to work with. Then came the loaded question about weapons, the kind that shifts a simple stop into dangerous territory. And the deeper they go, the more reckless it's about to get.
I'm still sitting here. You still never tell me if I'm not free to leave.
You're not.
Well, you're not getting an ID. So what are you talking about?
Then you know what?
I see him smoke a cigarette. I can call my supervisor. I like standoffs, man. This is what I do. That shit don't bother me. None of you guys intimidate me. I'm just letting you know. I'm very calm, very cordial. I'm asking you again. Am I free to leave? Yes or no? All right. What crime am I being investigated for?
Bro, we're stopping you because
badge number 82, badge number 15, badge number. What's your badge number, sir? Santiago?
We were given your description.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Right?
That's fine.
So now, being that we stopped you, obviously.
I've been working out here for 5 hours, bro.
Obviously,
I work from
suspicious
6.
right?
I work from 6 to 2, bro.
Do you have any other weapons on you besides that knife?
A knife? I'm allowed to have I'm allowed to have. Where my knife at?
All right, you are allowed to have.
Yeah, I'm allowed to have a work knife. What are you
It's right
talking
over there.
about?
You are.
Oh,
I'm
I thought it was right here.
All right, I'm telling
Oh
you.
shit! I thought my shit get up there.
I'm
Why is
asking
up
you,
there?
do you have anything else on you besides that knife?
He challenged them with the one thing they couldn't handle, logic backed by law. He asked them the right questions, the kind any trained officer should be able to answer, but their silence said everything. Instead of addressing his rights, they treated his knowledge like resistance. And when a citizen knows the law better than the cops, things tend to spiral fast, and this spiral is far from over.
Do I have any? Do I have? Do you have reasonable? All right. Do you have reasonable articles to believe that I have any other weapons on me?
Listen.
No, I'm serious. I'm not even joking with you guys, cause I know how to deal with you guys.
No, you don't. You really don't.
I know.
You're making it harder.
No, I'm not.
Listen,
What state statute am I in violation of?
Bro, you know what?
You're asking me a
We got
question.
call that you-
Yeah.
With your exact description. Oh,
Can I call my supervisor from sanitation? Am I allowed to do that? No. That's how I know you're trying to
All you gotta do is
escalate
literally
it.
just give us identification. It's not like we're gonna do a warrant check. None of that extra bullshit. We just have to identify you, send you on your way.
I can call my supervisor. He can
Bro, or
identify
you could
me.
just give me your name.
Oh no, I promise you.
Speak to the supervisor. We're speaking to you. Give us identification. That's it. Why are you making it harder than
I promise you on everything I love you, not getting identification. You might as well not even bother asking me. Call the supervisor. Yeah, call the.
He asked for a supervisor, someone who could verify his identity, his job, and put an end to this nonsense. But they didn't want verification. They wanted compliance. He worked for the city, wore the uniform, gave them the information, but none of it here mattered because control was the real goal. The fact that they ignored a perfectly reasonable solution only showed one thing. They weren't trying to resolve the situation.
That's fine. All right. So you refuse me. My supervisor works in this area. He works in this district. He's right around the corner. All right, that's what I'm saying. I don't care about whatever call you got. Look, whatever you call you got is a false call. That's fine. That's fine.
We can't control the calls.
Unit Patrol Car 228, supervisor for, was it 2nd Precinct?
That's not him. That's
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's stuff. Yeah. I'm not making that hard, man. Y'all don't intimidate me, bro. You call the whole Call the whole second and first precinct, whoever you want to call. I'm told you what I do. I work for the city. No, I work for sanitation. I throw the garbage. You feel me? And I got this on it. That's probably my supervisor right there. He driving one of them cars.
You telling us that doesn't help us. We're asking for your ID. Identify yourself.
Oh, you're not getting no ID.
You
So
can't just say I work for the city of North.
Even though the man had the right to ask for a supervisor, the officers ignored his request for the second time. Maybe they were nervous because he actually knew the supervisor, or maybe they just wanted to stay in control and decide for themselves who to call and when. Whatever the reason, it showed just how bad these cops really were. How can someone who doesn't even follow the law call themselves law enforcement?
How y'all want to do it, man? We can do this. I mean, I'm acting cordial. I'm being respectful. I ask you what am I being stopped for? What crime have I been committed? But you said you got a description. You said I got a description.
They said.
I probably do. It said a guy probably wearing black. But what crime? But what crime is that? You still didn't articulate what crime is. That's not a crime. You said exactly. You're very quiet right now because, I know the state statutes. You can't. You sitting here stopping me for no articulable reason.
Did we pat you down?
Officer safety search. I mean, you don't have no crime, so I don't understand why would you.
Pat you down?
Whatever, man. You talk to them. I'm not talking to you no more. You talking about there ain't such thing, man. You don't know who you talk to, bro. You gotta do some background checks, man. Yeah, that's crazy. No, I'm talking about you think I don't know my rights. I know my rights, man.
I'm literally telling you at this point.
Y'all making me upset right now.
It's one thing to be stopped without cause, but it's another to be swarmed by 7 officers while you're actively on the job. The man had already explained everything and even offered to call his supervisor again, but none of it mattered. And what better way to maintain it than to outnumber, overwhelm, and ignore every attempt at cooperation?
Identification. I'm really on the clock right now working. I'm really sitting here being detained by 7 officers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 officers.
All you gotta do is just give me your name and that's it. We all disappear.
No, I'm not going with that. No, I'm not going with that. Because I asked. No, you just arrived on the scene? Alright, so look, check this out, right? Check this out. I already made abundantly clear that I work for DPW. Right? Yeah, so. And I've been here, and my family gotta get into all that. And I already told you what I was doing. I'm under official duty, doing my job. And I already said that I can call my supervisor, dispatch my supervisor that works the district. My supervisor, I can call my supervisor. Yeah, I can call him right now. He works in the area. The reason why I'm here.
Let me tell you something. This man here had way more tolerance than he probably should have. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't have the kind of patience it takes to explain for the 100th time what's actually going on to these officers. The police stayed silent, but if you think that means they finally realized their mistake, you'd be wrong. Because soon enough, they're about to show their true colors again.
Looking for my guardian angel light. You know what a guardian angel is. Angel light is. Oh yeah, it's red. It's the magnet that holds on my helmet. So I have the light. So I have the light so I could be visible. What's my supervisor's name? Omar Smith. You could ask for his name. You're not getting my name with no ID for what? I ain't committed a crime. Y'all wasting my time right now. I'm looking out for him now, see if he's riding around. Cause he probably looking for me like, where the hell am I?
We're not even. So yeah, all right, let's restart. Right?
I'm only wearing this because of the snow and I'm cold. I got layers on and shit now. You know.
I'm Officer Cardozo. Everything is on visual recording.
That's fine. I love that. I need you to do it. That's transparency. And just know that you're being at 1,044 hours. You're being audio. All of you are being audio and video recorded right now. So now we're going to restart, right? Yes, sir.
The cops had a few options here. They could admit they were wrong, apologize, and walk away, or come up with some excuse that only made sense in their own heads. And as you might have guessed, they went with the second one. And just when you thought this situation couldn't possibly get any worse, the police found a way to shock you yet again.
We got a call, right, for a male fitting your exact description, wearing a book bag, wearing a walkie-talkie with a tactical knife.
That's fine.
Right?
That's fine.
Okay. Then they said that they believe that you had a weapon.
Oh, okay.
Now, mind you, we did not approach you.
Yeah, but
now, let me
right.
finish. We did not approach you. We didn't come at you crazy. We came at you respectful, right? The first thing you said, yo, look. And you already, it's like you already knew. You said, look, I'm only wearing this, blah, blah, blah. You gave us your reason,
I told you that later on. I just told you
okay,
that.
so now look. Now, all we're trying to tell you literally is, Okay, right? Our suspicion is dispelled, but we still need to identify the person we are speaking with. This is not going to be a warrant check.
Oh I'm willing to identify myself if I had committed a crime. That's what I'm saying.
So now,
so under no circumstances, I'm not giving you my ID.
At this point right here, right?
I can go to my truck and get my city ID. That's about it. That's all I can do.
Now this is where the mask slips completely. They admit he's not under arrest, admit there's no crime, but still insist they need to identify him just to feel like they've resolved something. But that's not how the law works. A vague description with no statute to back it up isn't reasonable suspicion. It's a shortcut to harassment, and the man knew it.
You got it. Go. You need to read the. Man, you about to get in a lot of trouble if you believe that. If you believe what you just said, bro, you about to get in a lot of trouble. You know, police about to have more lawsuits and more federal. Y'all about to be under federal investigations. If you really believe that you can stop people without having an articulable suspicion of a crime, reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. What?
You gotta call someone fitting your exact description.
What state statute?
What do you mean, what's the statute?
What state statute, sir? As is a clear question that I'm asking.
You committed a crime.
Yeah. What question?
We're not arresting you.
Our rules and regs is when we stop someone, right? We're stopping you as the person who fits that description. Now we just have to identify you, so that way we can send you on your way. So that way we know who we talking to.
It's 1046 hours. It's 1046 hours. The supervisor has not arrived on the scene yet. I'm not sure.
When someone calmly says they're starting to fear for their safety, that should be the moment officers step back, not close in. But here they did the opposite. One stood uncomfortably close, not to protect, but to pressure. The man had been asking for a supervisor since the beginning, and instead of honoring that basic request, they hovered, pressed, and act like the silence gave them power.
Question for a supervisor. I'm starting to feel for my safety. Yeah, because why the hell are you standing next to me like that? Like you trying to what are you doing? No, you're not getting my name and my ID. I told you I can call my supervisor. That's the best I can do. Yeah, I can call him. Hopefully I got my damn phone on me though. Yeah, my phone right here. Yeah, I got my phone right here. So I can call him. And no, I don't have no weapons on. Why would y'all think I got weapons on? I got a knife on. I got a work knife on. Who, your supervisor?
It could be all done. You just give me your name.
It really could, man. You really
No, you don't need to ID me.
You don't have to provide me your ID.
I've been doing this for 15 years. I don't give nobody no IDs. That's just what it is. It could be corny, man, but I know my rights. Say what you want to say, bro. I ain't got to give you no ID. That's it.
You don't have to give me your ID. Just give me your name.
Yeah,
If you ain't got no reasonable suspicion of a crime, I ain't got to give you shit.
That is everything that we needed to stop.
By now, it was painfully clear that these officers were using every brain cell they had to come up with an excuse for why they stopped the man. But the man was sharp. He could tell this was about more than just their hatred of people filming in public. Something far worse was going on. These cops were your textbook example of racist policing, and with every word they spoke, they just kept proving it.
All that stuff, bro.
Description, you walking in that area, she said right by the school. We seen you right by the school.
Nah, I walked past the school because I'm looking for my life.
That's what she said. She said, yo, I seen it.
Nah, I saw y'all drive past me too. One of y'all units.
It was us. We drove past you.
Oh, y'all? Okay.
Yeah, and then we turned back around.
Yeah, I saw y'all. Nah, I kind of.
She said all black.
I said, and you know it's funny when you drove past me. I said, man, you see me in this. She probably think I'm about to do a school shoot. I said this shit in my house. Swear to God.
Why would we think that?
Obviously, look what's going on now. I'm calling my supervisor right now.
Why would we think that?
What are those buglers?
Huh? No, it's Newport. I just take the filter off. I could have been did this, man. I don't know why y'all just let me call my supervisor. He working in the district. Just like y'all have a supervisor, I have a
Tell
supervisor.
us your name.
Hey, yo, Omar, you can meet me over here on between Grafton and
Hella Parkway.
Hella Parkway. 600 Hella Parkway in Grafton. A 600 block. Yeah. You still in the district?
At this point, the man was doing what the officers should have been doing from the start, staying calm, explaining the situation, and calling someone who could actually help. But even while being detained by nearly a dozen cops, he kept his composure, The most telling part? He made it clear that even if he didn't work for the city, this stop would still be illegal. That's the part cops like these never want to hear.
Still in the district?
I'm on my way back home.
I mean, if you by the garage, you ain't really gotta come back over there, cause I know how to deal with them. Nah, they all right. So right now I'm being illegally, unlawfully detained. They asking me to identify myself or whatever. They saying that they received a phone call about a description of a guy with clothes on, military garment or whatever the case may be. I told them that it's not illegal to have this. Yeah, I'm being stopped. I got like 8 cops cars right here right now. But listen, I got it under control. I told them that where I work, that I'm under official duties. They're not trying to hear that. And no, I mean you ain't gotta come, bro. No. Matter of fact, I know what. Come. All right. Yeah, cause I'm just saying, man.
Bro, we don't want to stay here with you all day, bro.
I mean, we could do it however you want to do it, man.
Like you say you work for the city, just give us your
Nah, even if I didn't work for the city, you shouldn't be stopping me, bro. I don't care if I didn't work for the. How long you been on the force?
3 years.
Alright, yeah, you got a long way to go, man. I know all the sergeants. I was lieutenants, all that, man. Like, alright, whatever. But y'all talking about I got a radio, so the fuck what I got a radio? I can have whatever I want to have.
This was the part where everything should have stopped. But of course it didn't. These cops weren't interested in what the law says. They were focused on control, on saving face, on proving that their authority mattered more than anyone's rights. And when officers ignore the law just to win an argument, you know something even uglier is right around the corner.
Law. It's New Jersey state statute, right?
What statute?
You got your police manual? Huh?
What statute?
Whatever law I'm breaking.
No, what statute?
No, I didn't say that. That's what you said. No, that's what you said. I said as long I know what I said. I said as long as I'm not breaking the law, you have no right to stop me. And I said that like 10 times. So how does it work, Santiago?
You don't have to have
I
broken
want
the
you.
law. For us
Yes,
to
I
stop
do.
you, stop you.
Yes, you do. Yes, I do.
If somebody calls saying
Well,
that
you-
they
you're-
believe you committed a crime that happened, we could stop you.
And I can ask you, am I breaking the law and am I free to leave? And if you tell me I'm not being, all right, all right, that's why I'm still here talking to you. I promise you.
But you're not giving us your name.
I don't have to give you my name because I haven't broken the law.
That's not how that works. I just explained that. Our reasonable suspicion is everything what you
Y'all need to study y'all police manuals, man.
He said it plainly. These cops were setting themselves up for lawsuits, and he wasn't wrong. Many cops have been under federal oversight for years because of exactly this kind of behavior. Unlawful stops, racial profiling, civil rights violations. It's not some conspiracy, it's a documented fact. And yet here they were, repeating history like it meant nothing.
Out of trouble, bro. Y'all about to have lawsuits out the ass. Y'all come across the wrong person. I promise you.
in court, man.
Whatever, man. You believe I'm going to lose. You believe I'm going to lose. That's why the DOJ that's why Newark Police Department is still under the DOJ oversight. So I don't know what you're talking about. Because the same fact that I'm talking about now, you know I'm not lying. That's why you quiet.
Okay, so because of
The feds is investigating the Newark Police Department because y'all continuously and deliberately violate people's rights,
this is
right?
why we need to document who we're stopping.
Who that, the supervisor? Supervisor!
You go around that side.
Am I saying right? Am I supposed to? I ain't doing that.
Pause for you.
Oh, sorry. How you doing, sir? 1,051 hours, supervisor rising on scene. You are being audio and video recorded, Mr. Bass.
Now that the supervisor finally showed up, the man laid it out as clearly as possible, calm, composed, and absolutely correct. But what makes this moment even more powerful is how effortlessly he dismantled the entire stop. The officers couldn't even explain what the call was about. And if you think their lack of answers will make them back off, well, think again, because some of the worst abuses happen when they know they're cornered.
All right, so the officer stopped me. Nutshell, want to be real transparent. My supervisor is coming currently at the moment. Is your body camera currently on? All right, so. All right, so
from your perspective, what's going on?
now there is no perspective. Right now, I'm being unlawfully detained. They gave me their reasons of why I was being stopped. They said they received a phone call, or they received about a guy or whatever. I don't know what they received. They didn't really get into detail what they got. They just said God wearing black. So, however, anyway, in a nutshell, it's not illegal. It's not unlawful for me to wear this, wear a radio, wear all black, wear military garb. You know what I'm saying? I asked them, was I free to leave? Said I wasn't free to leave. They asked me for my name. They asked me for my identification. Nobody's getting my identification unless I have broken a New Jersey state statute, unless I have broken the law. So that's just what it is. That's how it's always.
Of course, there were high expectations when the supervisor finally showed up. You'd think that, as the person in charge, he tried to calm things down and take control. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case here. In fact, his arrival only made things worse because instead of de-escalating the situation, he fully backed his officers without question.
Police, they know, like, they know downtown, and everybody knows who I am. Like,
So from my understanding, you work for the city, correct?
That's affirmative, sir. That's affirmative, yes. And my supervisor's coming right now just to tell you that I'm under official duty. Nah, he's coming right now. They already know. I was on the phone. He's coming right now.
So, if they didn't explain to you, I'm pretty sure they explained to you why they stopped you. However, so it's not because of what
You can stop. I mean, I'm not telling them they can't stop nobody. You can do what you want.
Nah.
They get calls. You receive calls of service.
You want to talk to me? You want to talk to me? 'Cause you had a chance.
I gotta look everywhere because I see you standing here, he's standing there, so I gotta be everywhere. So I don't know what's going on.
The reason they stopped you is because you did get a 911 call saying somebody matching your description was walking around with a handgun. Right?
Oh, so now it's changing. That, again, just so you know, you've been audio video recorded. They didn't tell me that. They didn't say that They didn't say I had a handgun on me.
Even after all the talking, all the questions, and all the failed justifications, these officers still circled back to the same demand: ID. Not because a crime was committed, not because there was any real suspicion of theft, but because they couldn't walk away without asserting dominance. The man held his ground with a level of calm most people wouldn't have under that pressure.
He asked me, and then even still, once you stop me and you investigate, you see that, you know what I mean, I ain't got no gun.
So
I mean,
exactly. So that's where we at the point right now, right? We see you don't have no weapons, so you're gonna be on your way. However, because you were detained,
I could get if I want to, I can get like the police report or transcript for that.
We'll give you a VIN number and all that. However, we're gonna need your identification because you were stopped.
Oh no, you're not getting ID. My supervisor's coming right now. You're not getting my ID because I didn't commit a crime.
You're right, but they had a reason.
All right, hold on. One second.
So they stopped you for that reason.
All right, what crime have I committed, sir?
We didn't say you committed a crime.
All right, so I ain't gotta give you ID. The case is closed.
That's not how that works, though.
All right, so what y'all gonna do then? I don't know what y'all gonna do. If I didn't commit a crime, you're not getting ID. So I'm not gonna get loud. I'm not.
Hey, look.
You know what? My supervisor's coming.
Supervisor's coming in, and we'll speak to him.
You're not getting ID.
Have you ever noticed how police officers always seem to back each other up no matter how wrong one of them is? To them, it's not about what's right. It's about strength in numbers. If they can't win with words, they'll try to win by outnumbering you. And this supervisor here, he was the perfect example of what a supervisor should never be. Honestly, if the things he said weren't so ridiculous, they'd be downright sad.
Now y'all keep lying to me. Y'all keep saying that if I didn't commit a crime, I have to give you my state ID. I don't have to give you that.
The
That's a
reason we're
lie.
asking for your identification is because you were lawfully detained because they believe that you committed a crime because somebody called saying you was walking
You
around
can
with a
believe
weapon.
what you want to believe.
Right.
If
But
once
that's
you
why
come and
you stopped.
investigate and you see
You-
that I haven't committed a crime, you let me go. That's how that go. I know I am right. They're telling me, this guy tell me I'm not right. I know, I've been free to go for the last 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
But if you want to give your identification, then you're not giving your identification. We'll take it from there. Right? And
No, you only let me free to go now because you know that this is some bullshit.
No,
Like, come
I
on,
came
bro.
and I explained it to you. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all been violating my right the whole time. I know that.
Violated your
But
right.
my supervisor gonna come. Y'all want to talk to him? Y'all can talk
So
to
you
him.
want to wait till your supervisor get his
No, I'm free. I know I'm free to leave, but they've been lying to me for like 20 minutes. It's been. No, it's not him. That's not him. It's probably detective. It's probably D2. Yeah. You know that's your people.
You can't believe this supervisor actually claimed that it didn't matter whether the man broke the law. He still had to show ID just because he was pulled over? That makes no sense. And what's even worse is that these are the same officers who once took an oath to protect the constitutional rights of every citizen. Now they're acting like those rights don't even exist.
Hey, with us.
Look at his freaks. See, you got MG. Oh, okay. Go ahead, keep putting yourself into a truck. He's still talking. I don't know why he's still talking. Nah, somebody just him, because he's doing most of the talking. Yeah, exactly. Appreciate you, Mr. Vasquez. Have a nice day, man.
Don't worry about it. All right, No stop before, right?
Hey, there is no stop. You know that from the jump. I'm not giving nobody no hard time, bro.
Nah, we ain't found that. I told you we were just trying to follow protocol, man. That's it.
I'm gonna tell my supervisor he ain't gotta come. And now he coming over here, man, for nothing. If y'all see a yeah, it's not. Where the supervisor go? Oh, no, yeah, it's not illegal to wear all this stuff, bro. Just like it's not illegal to wear your stuff, bro.
It's not illegal to have a weapon.
Nah, yeah, in the New Jersey, yeah, in the 2C.
After half an hour of pointless conversation, the officers finally realized they had made a mistake and that it was time to walk away. But just when it seemed like they might actually do the right thing and leave this man alone, one of them tried to stir things up one last time. These officers were like predators who simply refused to let go of their prey.
Unlawful possession of a firearm without having first obtaining a permit. I know, bro. Y'all playing with me. I'm not here to play though.
Nobody playing.
No, because everybody been sitting here saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, trying to make me look like I'm not a fool, bro.
Listen, you may know the law,
What the fuck is
right?
you talking about?
You may know actual law.
Yes, sir.
However,
Yes, sir. I know constitutional law too.
You're right. But if you're stopped, you know, for our purposes, we have to document that we stopped you for a legitimate reason.
And I just asked if I'm free to leave, and then he just said yes or no. He said no, I'm not. Alright, that means an unlawful detention, my man.
Not an unlawful detention, bro. And I was trying to tell you that the stop report has nothing to do with a warrant check or nothing. Like I'm just literally was gonna take your name and just fill out the paperwork. That's it.
No, I wasn't giving you my name. Hey Omar, you coming to get me?
Who's the prime? I talked to you guys.
Hey yo, Sergeant Vasquez said I'm free to leave, so you don't have to come here, but I'm about to go meet the guys and to finish the boxes. I think they I'm about to walk to I'm about to walk back. I'm about to walk up Grafton and meet Ellison, do the boxes. I can't even finish looking for my stuff now.
Bunch of jackals. Jackals. But there's nothing worse for the police than picking the wrong target and completely losing control of the situation. And that's exactly what happened here. In the end, it was the man who walked away smiling, while all 8 officers were left standing there embarrassed. Maybe it taught them to think twice before approaching someone next time. And if you thought these cops were unprofessional, just wait until you see the next case. It was early in the morning, a quiet time when most people are still asleep, except for this father, who was simply out walking with his son. But peace doesn't last long when the wrong cop is nearby. Without any real reason, the officer approached and started asking questions. When the man calmly responded that he was just walking, the officer immediately escalated.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Actually, go ahead.
Technically, not really, but I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going on.
Yeah, that's what we do. We get up early in the morning.
You got your ID on you?
What do I need an ID for?
Because I just asked you for it.
I don't need to show my ID.
Okay, if you don't give me your ID, I'm going to take you to jail for failure to identify, because I've identified that you've been walking around down here at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, we do that.
No, you're not. Give me your ID.
I don't have my ID on me because it's at the house.
Okay, what's your name and date of birth?
Huh?
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't know, but you can't run. I don't have. This is a state where I don't have to show my ID.
Turn around.
You're going to do this in front of my son?
Yeah, turn around.
Are you serious?
Yeah, turn around.
This is my son. Let me bring my son home first.
No, turn around now.
Bro, you need to... Here, let me videotape this real quick. I want this on video. What are you doing to my... Bro, this is up.
The moment turned violent fast. It was the 4th of July, a day that's supposed to represent freedom. With no crime committed and no ID required by law, the officer escalated things, slamming the father to the ground in front of his son. The man pleaded, trying to record the encounter, but it only made things worse.
Son, it's okay, okay? Bro, I promise you're going to pay for this.
You think?
Yeah, I promise you that. We're walking around. There's nothing suspicious. I've done nothing criminal. I don't have my ID on me. I told you that.
And what did I tell you?
You just slammed me on the ground because I was trying to record. Nope. What are you rolling me on the ground for? Dude, this is ridiculous. Man, look what you're doing to my son. There's my phone right there, too. You're a punk ass bitch. You know that? Dude, I can't even believe you're doing this to my son because we was walking around on 4th of July.
Have a seat and I'll talk to you. Hey, buddy, come here. You're okay. Listen to me. You're okay. Hey, quit crying.
But here, a father was being pinned to the ground like a criminal, and a child was watching his dad get humiliated. And then, as if nothing had happened, the officer turned to the little boy and told him to stop crying. But the real reason to cry was what the officer did next. The officer, now trying to clean up the mess he had made, started to make excuses.
People that don't want to identify typically are involved in criminal activity. I've known this individual to be involved in thefts in the city of Canton.
There has been no criminal activity.
Okay, listen to me.
Bro, we were just walking, and when you came up,
listen.
you didn't hear what he said when he first came up, though, did you?
No, shut up and listen.
What?
Okay. So I saw y'all walk down the alley behind the... I saw y'all when I was headed into the office. Walk down, walk across the street.
Yes, sir.
Then I got my unit ready. While getting my unit ready, man, I see y'all back in the alley you left from, okay?
We will always walk from that alley around. That's our house is around that. Is that why we do that? I promise. We do it every morning. I'm surprised you haven't seen me.
So here's the thing. That's fine and dandy, man. But listen, we have people that are going down up and down these alleys, spray painting and tearing shit up.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
Okay? It's the 4th of July, man.
But
okay,
if he would have came up and said something like, hey, but he just goes, hey, I've been called for, what do you say, investigation of something. And I was like, what?
Yeah, okay, so here's the deal, though. Listen, when I got there, I didn't play games.
Still trying to defend his approach, the officer called the father's morning walk with his son a little odd. Despite no crime being committed, he kept pushing for the personal information as if being outside early was reason enough. The man finally gave in and stated his name and birth date just to de-escalate. But what should have been the end of it was far from the end.
What y'all were doing, you said, okay? I've worked here, yeah, and that's fine, dude. I love it that you're out with your kid, but it is a little odd, okay? So when I ask you for your ID, you say, I don't have any ID. So what's your name and date of birth? That's all you have to give me. Give me your name and date of birth. What is your name and date of birth?
I know, but it's just because
this is your last opportunity.
You're asking me right now? I thought you were saying what my name is John Sexton, 123086.
Okay, set tight. 1230 of 86. Tonga 5 Weatherford. Show 1 detained.
Clear.
The officer doubled down, claiming he didn't want to arrest the man, but blamed him for everything that had happened. He insisted that there was reasonable suspicion for the detention, even without any crime. The father pushed back, calmly stating he'd done nothing wrong, but the officer kept twisting the law, trying to justify the entire encounter. And just when you think the excuses are running out, he takes it even further.
5 Weatherford, check 44s on a John Sexton, 12/30/1986. Okay, listen, man. As long as you don't have like a bad warrant, I don't want to take you to jail. I don't like taking people to jail. I don't like doing what I had to do to you in front of your kid. But you caused it. All you had to do was provide the information asked. Listen. Shut up and listen just a minute. We had reasonable enough suspicion to identify you. That's all that matters.
But if I did criminal activity.
Yeah.
But I didn't do no criminal activity. So
yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't do nothing criminal walking with my son.
Okay. It's not criminal, but we still have reasonable enough suspicion to identify you.
And if I want to give the ID, I can.
No, it's not a if. The state is not a if you want to
so
state.
It's a state that they can ID you at any time?
This is not a shall ID state, but once you're being detained.
The man tried to reason with the officer, asking what crime justified being thrown to the ground in front of his son. The officer deflected, claiming it was just a safety check, not a force. He pushed the blame back again, insisting everything would have been fine if the man had just complied. But even as the man stayed calm, the cop kept shifting the story.
Criminal, like we don't know what's going on, but we can call it criminal activity.
That's not, but I didn't do criminal activity, sir. That was
okay, man.
Thrown down like that in front of my son.
I didn't even throw you down, if you want to know the truth.
You did. And
no.
You rolled me on the ground, sir.
I rolled you on the ground to...
2 times.
I just making sure you don't have any weapons in there, bro.
Bro, that was just a little overdoing it when a kid's right there, is all I'm saying.
Well, don't you think maybe next time a cop says, hey, what's your name?
I don't have my ID, though. That's what I was telling you. I don't have it on me.
But I did ask you what your name and date of birth is. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it, Mr. Sexton. What'd you say your first name was?
John. I think I either got court on the 8th or the 16th or something like that.
Okay.
The court like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
To county court?
As the officer ran his info, an old unpaid ticket came up, hardly a reason for the aggressive response. But this was clearly the kind of cop who acts first and justifies later. He wasn't looking for the truth. He was hunting for a reason, any reason, to paint this man as a criminal. And from the look in his eyes, he wasn't planning to walk away empty-handed.
Okay, you got warrants out of, see? And that's what I was saying, man.
Where at?
I've been doing this. You got warrants out of Woods County.
They don't pick me up. I was just...
Okay, but here's the thing, man.
It's a ticket, that unpaid ticket.
Okay, but here's the thing, man. Typically, when a cop's out with somebody and they don't want to identify, it leads us to believe that you are involved in more criminal activity than we need to. So that's why you heard me saying what I was saying, because I'm narrating for the camera. This is not my first day on the job, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I'm straight up with people. If I tell you to do something, you better be doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but...
hey, you know what? Maybe teach...
I don't have to do, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just thought my son being there, it wasn't the right time to do all this shit.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? At 5:30 in the morning...
Bro, I get up 4 o'clock every morning.
No, that's cool, man.
4 o'clock at night, I get up at 4 o'clock
but put yourself in our position. Our job is to make certain that shit's not going on down here. We see all the spray painting.
Maybe this officer thought he was making a point. Maybe he thought his excuses sounded clever. But with every word, he only revealed how much of a bully he truly was, and how ridiculous he looked trying to defend it. In the end, all he really accomplished was traumatizing a child for absolutely no reason. Or worse, for a petty reason that had nothing to do with justice and everything to do with boredom.
I really saw y'all cross right here at Prouty.
Indians around here running around doing that bullshit.
I got you, bro.
When something is out of possible out of Woods County, we'll call and verify.
Was clear. How you getting along over there, boss? Huh? Yeah. He's got possible warrants. So when I was headed in, I saw him walk down the alley, and then when I moved my truck around to the covered stuff, you know you can park back there if you want, right?
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, you can, man. When I moved my truck back around there, like I turned, so this is Prouty.
The officer kept talking, trying to piece together a story that made his actions seem justified. He tried to describe the man's movements like it was some elaborate scheme, walking through alleys, standing near a barbecue spot. That was all it took to become a suspect. And behind the scenes, the officers joked about the takedown, laughing like it was routine.
Out of the alley at Noble, they walked, and then they just turned around, and he went right back into the same alley he came from. And he was hanging around on the, it'd be like 101, 102 or something like that. I'd have to go back and look at the address. But he's hanging around back there where they cook all that barbecue and stuff. So that's why we're making contact with him.
Yeah.
When people don't want to identify, typically there's something else going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Too early for this shit.
It's like 10.
Huh?
You don't have one, he's got like 10.
Yeah. He didn't want to identify. He got his ass tripped up, put on the ground.
What was he doing?
So when I came in, you know, I come from the north. I see him cross this street, Prouty, in the alleyway. He's walking down. When I turned,
The officer continued justifying the stop, describing the man's presence near a local barbecue spot like it was suspicious behavior. He claimed the man was uncooperative, refusing to give ID, so he decided that it was enough to make an arrest. Just like walking through a neighborhood turned into grounds for detention. And while the man calmly said they walked the same route every day, the officer clung to the same tired excuse: suspicion.
to go put my stuff up, they don't come out at Noble. I get my stuff to go, and I move my pickup around back, and they're hanging around like the back over there, you know, where the bar, like where TGC is and stuff. They're hanging around over there. I don't know what they're doing. So Joaquin finds him. Joaquin's talking to him. He's like, I don't have to tell y'all anything. I said, dude, it's like you're being detained. You know, hold on. I said, what is you give me your ID? He's like, I ain't giving you my ID. I don't give you shit. I don't have it. I said, okay, what's your name and date of birth? And he said, I don't have to tell you shit, or something like that. So I said, all right, go ahead, turn and put your hands behind your back. I'll take you in for failure to identify. Like, you're being detained. Like, I don't know. I was fixing to tell Joaquin, like, you know, if we can kind of get the situation where we can go over there to TGC and see what's going on and make sure nothing's out of the ordinary. He's like, we're just out walking, man. We walk every day. Okay, that's cool. But how much crap goes on?
As backup officers arrived, the cop kept repeating his story, probably realizing just how weak and ridiculous it sounded. His reasons weren't convincing, not even to his own team. So like any officer who knows he's wrong but refuses to back down, he shifted tactics. No de-escalation, no accountability. Instead, he did what bullies in uniform do best. He made up something new to accuse the man of.
Yeah, so, he wouldn't turn around and put his hands behind his back. So he got the old jerk, kick your feet out from underneath you right in front of his kid. I hate to be that way. 4th of July, you know what I mean?
I mean, why is he out 6 o'clock in the morning with his kid?
Says he gets up every morning at 4 and walks around. You ever seen him?
No.
Me neither.
No, and I call out those when I do them too.
Yeah.
I purposely drive behind them.
I don't think I'm out of the scope of my job, do you?
No. I mean, we've been told to extra patrol because of issues in the alleys, and now we're checking out somebody that's in the same fucking alley.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got break-ins, we've got graffiti, we've got reports of drug stuff.
Yeah. He's got warrants out of Woods, Custer, K. Yeah.
Yeah, that popped up and I was like, oh, shit.
Can you believe this officer actually went as far as to bring up drugs? He was determined to make it seem like he was walking at 5 a.m. with your child was suspicious behavior. It was clear that he would say anything to paint this man as a threat. But the truth? This cop should have been out dealing with real crimes, not harassing someone just trying to enjoy a quiet morning with his son.
It's nothing super fancy. Hey, how we disposing of marijuana? I'm cutting her break, not charging her for it.
Dude, if you're in the church now that they're doing evidence correct, it's easier not to take it. Because then we have to put it in there, and then you have to fill out all the paperwork on it, and then they have to fill out a deal, and we have to take it to the state and get it disposed.
Marijuana?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the nastiest car ride you've ever taken, man.
I'll talk to that. It wasn't put in the report officially. Told her I was going to dispose of it for her.
There you go.
Let her break.
There you go. Yeah. I cut one break yesterday, no DL.
Hers is suspended and no insurance.
This guy,
This wasn't just a bad cop, this was a bad person. Even after confirming the man had no criminal record, the officer kept him and his son waiting, casually chatting with a colleague like nothing had happened. And the goal here was clear: drag it out, keep the tension high, and make them sit in fear just a little bit longer.
Weed in his car, a little bit of weed, but not enough to matter. What you got firing here, brother?
I was testing that out, trying to figure out why it wasn't working.
Did you get it going?
It won't work on 12-volt plugs, so I ran it. I fuse linked it to the battery. That's what it was.
I got to figure out something with mine. my computer will sit there and go flick, flick, flick. It just flickers.
That's what's happening. Is however they ran it to any of your plugs is shit wiring or too much wiring. You know how before they put all those butt joints in it, kills your ohms or over whatever. That's what was happening because this was going on, and that would fry your computer. So don't let it stay doing that because that pulse impulse will fry the laptop battery.
Well, what I figured out, the best thing to do was take it inside, put it on. Tonga 5 just waiting on 44 returns.
Right there, we're still on hold with Woods County. Chester County also advised they have one valid 44 or bondable.
Was clear. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, I took it inside and let the battery charge, and it quit. If I get the battery above 80%, it quits. And so I think what it is, George, is the computer battery gets drained so much. You know what I mean?
Well, it doesn't do it until...
It was obvious this officer wanted the man to sit in that patrol car as long as possible. Maybe he thought dragging it out would earn him respect or fear. But someone should have told him, respect isn't forced, it's earned through decency. And if he believed this man would be intimidated into silence, well, he was very wrong. But before their next clash, the conversation took another turn worth listening to.
Something's happening. Charging it didn't have a problem. But as soon as those friends I just secured that so it wouldn't fall, but I found that way.
I love this shit.
Oh yeah,
dude. I buy it. If you ever need some, holler at me. I buy it in a roll about this big. I
used to make bracelets, and I got kind of stupid with it, so I've probably got one of every color. And
I want a shotgun sling, but I want it to be somewhat adjustable.
Oh fuck yeah, I don't do the dog leashes or shotgun thing. Those take forever. And those are a pain in the ass. You gotta have so much slack. You do them, and it's like getting a lariat rope and running it and tying circles with a lariat rope, you know.
Well, like you said, you gotta have so much slack to accommodate for how much you're gonna take up. And my problem is I always come out that far too short on something. I'm like, oh, dang it. You know this guy at all?
The name sounds familiar, but I don't...
Is this the guy that Travis got into it with at Canton? Is this the coin?
The officer continued, now playing the role of someone giving friendly advice. He warned the man that next time, those old tickets might land him in jail, even though they were over a decade old. It was a thinly veiled threat wrapped in casual conversation. And while he finally let the man go, the message was clear. Next time, don't question authority or you'll pay for it.
See? I'm not dumb, am I? People usually have warrants that don't want to identify.
I know, but they've been on here for 10 years. Like, they're just for tickets.
Okay.
That's all they are.
Well, here's the thing, though. Are you aware of what they're doing now? So now that I've advised you, they're all supposed to put a check mark on them or whatever. So the next time somebody checks out with you, guess what? There's a good chance you might go to jail for them. So you might want to start getting a hold of them counties and take care of it.
Yeah, you got to get a hold of them now, they say. They used to just put warrants out, but they said if you get a hold of them and you can't pay it, they'll work with you and not put one out. But
yeah, but here's the deal.
This was from 10 years ago. That's the reason
a lot of you guys have strung them out so long now that they're saying, hey, guess what?
Sit them out?
Nope, yep, you can come set them out.
Yeah.
All right, man. Mr. Sexton, if you're going to be walking around, that's fine, but we've literally been put on extra patrol in the alleyways, so that's why you got checked out with. And if me or one of my officers check out with you, at least give them your information. Okay? All right. So you guys have a good day.
As the man and his son were finally allowed to leave, the officer gave one last message, telling the child that next time they'd better answer when the police ask who they are. It was a weak attempt to turn the whole thing into a lesson, but the truth was obvious. I can't believe he used such a cheap trick on a child. However, what you couldn't tell from this alone is that the man and his son had already been approached by another officer. The cop we just watched wasn't the first, he was the backup. And when he arrived, he didn't help the situation, he escalated it. Now let's look at how everything unfolded from a different perspective.
Where are you heading off to? Just walking? Any specific location? Okay. Is this your son?
Yes.
All right. Hey, what's your name?
You can tell him your name.
No.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Johnny.
Johnny. All right. All right, Johnny, where are you coming from?
Just walking around.
Just walking around?
Yeah.
All right, enjoying this weather?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, we're checking up on you, man. You know?
Just walk around. What the heck is this deal?
found it a little bit suspicious, you know. So,
What?
just walking around.
Walking around is a little bit suspicious?
I mean, technically not really, but I mean, it is pretty early in the morning. Just wondering what was going on.
That's what we do. We get up early in the morning. You got your ID on you?
While the second officer arrested the father and took him to the police car, the first officer, the one who started it all, stayed behind to comfort the boy. The same officer whose actions led to this mess was now pretending to play the good guy. It was hard to ignore the hypocrisy. After all, how can you claim to care when you're the very one who caused the trauma in the first place?
It's gonna be okay. Hey, buddy. He's just gonna find out who he is, all right? And then hopefully we'll go from there, all right? Hey, what you got there? I'm not gonna hurt you. All right, don't worry about that.
Hey, buddy, come here. Okay. Listen to me. You're okay.
Hey, quit crying.
It's gonna be okay. Hey, bud. It's gonna be alright, alright?
The officer kept playing the good cop, trying to make small talk with the boy, acting kind, while the child just wanted his dad back. Let's not forget, his father had just been arrested without cause. Watching the boy try to stay strong was hard. Honestly, it's heartbreaking. Haven't we all, at some point as kids, felt that same fear? Terrified that something might happen to the person we love most.
Hey, do you watch a lot of Ninja Turtles?
No, I want my dad.
Yeah, he's right there. Don't worry about it. Look, he's gonna be alright. I'm sorry. Bad choice of words, my bad. You want me to leave? Yeah. Hey, how old are you? I didn't even have my radio on. That's crazy, man.
But as the officer kept talking, his questions started to cross a line, asking things no child should be pressured to answer, especially not at that moment. It was clear he wasn't just making small talk anymore. Luckily, the boy was sharper than they expected. He didn't fall for it.
How old are you? You don't want to talk to me? That's cool. You could exercise that right. Oh, hard on the knees, let me tell you. Hard on the knees.
After 15 minutes of trying, The officer finally got through to the boy. He acted like he wanted to help, like he cared. But let's be honest, if he really cared, he would have thought about that before traumatizing the child in the first place. You don't get to play hero after causing the harm, and by then, the damage has already been done.
What is that? This light that turns on and off? Hey. It almost looks like a car battery, man. Did you make that? No.
I found this. It's a plug.
You just found it walking around? Yeah, that's what's up.
One song, he's got a possible out of Woods County. We'll call him verified.
So, hey, can make it.
In the end, this is what happens when police lose control and pick the wrong target. They didn't want to let him go, but they had no choice. The man walked free and hopefully straight to a lawyer. Because sooner or later, someone has to teach officers like these what it really means to serve the public. And if you thought this was bad, wait until you see what's coming next. Some officers don't just cross the line, they erase it completely. Make sure to stick around and we'll see you in the next one.